Meet Larry Stewart. Larry and his wife Linda live on a farm in the little southeast Kansas town of Bronson, about 100 miles south of Kansas City. Larry retired after 32 years as a school administrator and now spends his days caring for his cattle and his crops and volunteering to drive the school bus. It was just after leaving his house to drive that bus one foggy morning a few years ago that Larry was in a car accident.
I pulled out in the fog onto Highway 54 in that morning, going to drive the bus. I was just driving my pickup, and there was just so much fog, and I had stopped, I'd cleared the windshield, I had done everything that I knew to do, pulled out, got hit, and it threw me out of the door of the truck, and I had a broken arm, it threw my heart into AFib, beat me up, bruised me up pretty bad. Anyway, I was at my cardiologist, and a little while after that, wasn't too good a shape. I think he took one look at me, thought I was dying. He said, I'm going to send you over to KU Med, where there's a doctor over there a lot smarter than I am. He said he can get you fixed up. So that's when I met Dr. Laccaretti.
How you guys doing?
Dr. D.J. Laccaretti is an electrophysiologist at the University of Kansas Hospital. Besides Larry's atrial fibrillation, which is an irregular heartbeat, Dr. Laccaretti discovered congestive heart failure in his patient. He thought Larry was the perfect candidate for a clinical study of a new device called the laptop.
Prior to we really screen him for the laptop heart failure study, he had at least 6 admissions in a span of a year with recurrent hospitalization. He would come in, have a heart failure episode, we treat him, we send him home, and then he comes back again 2-3 weeks later. This kind of became a vicious cycle that we really want to get him out of. We put in the lap device in him 2.5 years ago, and he has not had a single rehospitalization so far.
Larry's wife, Linda, comes to all of his appointments. She helps keep track of his medicine. Linda says they were relieved when the doctor suggested this new technology.
They had been talking to us about transplant, and that was not something we definitely was not ready for. And the first time they mentioned it to us, we thought, are they talking to us? And that was after the accident. So when Dr. Laccaretti said there would be a study and what was involved, as long as Larry didn't have a problem with it, I sure didn't.
Back at home, it's pretty simple for Larry to do a self-check with the device every day. He explains how it works.
I use it twice a day. They have a monitor implanted in me here in my chest. A wire leads over and down to my heart, and I just lay that on this monitor here in my chest, and it tells me what the pressure is around my heart.
Then Larry simply docks the laptop device, and the data is automatically transmitted to the doctor's office. Dr. Laccaretti and his team can make daily adjustments in his medicine if necessary, and instantly send those instructions back to Larry on his device. The good news? Larry and his wife only have to make the 2-hour drive to see the doctor once every 3 months. He says Dr. Laccaretti has definitely made a difference in his life.
I might not be here today. One for him. Yeah.
It's just been a relief for both of us, and we just kind of go through life and take care of the farm and trust in the Lord.